And we are live.
तू मेरे दिन में रातों में खामोशी में बातों में बादल के हाथों में भेजूं तुझको ये पैगाम तेरी याद हम सफर सुबह शाम तेरी याद
इसको ठीक कर दो।
I think let's mute the song.
You have an echo in your voice, Aram.
Fine now.
Yeah.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum, adab, and grand welcome to all on this Grand Women's College Founders Day, which we are celebrating globally and virtually. All those who have joined us, Principal of Women's College, Professor Naima Ma'am, Dr. Faizan Mustafa, who will be joining us shortly, Dr. Hashima Hassan, Dr. Nagma Basi, and Dr. Prerna Kohli, ब्यूटीज ऑफ AMU और वो तमाम लोग जो हमें FB लाइव पर देख रहे हैं, इस प्रोग्राम में शामिल होने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. I, Aram Raza from Haridwar, and Ms. Abdul Suhail from United States will be co-hosting this event. And as per the university tradition, we'll start the program by Kiran. Amtulapa.
I will be reciting a dua that we used to recite in our school days and all the college functions. So that does bring some nostalgia. So I'll start now. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. رب جعلني مقيم الصلاة ومن ذريتي. ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وللمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. قال ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. رب زدني علما. رب زدني علما. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Shukriya Amtulapa. And when today we are celebrating AMU Women's College Founders Day, so the first person, it would not be wrong to call, I mean, it is quite apt to call Dr. Naima, who is Principal of Women's College. It gives me immense pleasure to invite Professor Naima Gulrez, Principal of Women's College, to share her thoughts and experience as a principal and a bit about Founders Day. Professor Naima Gulrez has served as a professor and chairman of Department of Psychology before joining as a principal of Women's College in 2014. Professor Naima has attended and presented paper in numerous national and international conferences, and she has authored and edited 6 books and published papers in the journals of national and international fame. Naima ma'am, we welcome you. I think you are on mute, ma'am. Let me.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Thank you, Iram. It is indeed a great pleasure to be a part of this function today. I am really grateful to Ms. Iram and my friend Amtul for hosting this program. And I, on my behalf and on behalf of Women's College, welcome you all this evening. And first, I'll be just give a brief account of our activities in the college and in the last year, a sort of report that we have been engaged in the last 1 year during this pandemic year, the challenges, the problems that we are facing, and that what we have been able to achieve. And first of all, I would like to welcome, I hope Professor Faizan Mustafa Saab is around. Professor Faizan Mustafa, Vice Chancellor Nalsar, and all the women of substance, Dr. Hashma Hassan, Mrs. Amtul Sohail, Dr. Nagma Abbasi, Dr. Prerna Kohli, Ms. Iram Raza, and a very good morning and a very good evening to all of you. And I am indeed grateful to all of you to be part of the Founders Day today, and it is an historical event in the life of all Abdullites, and I'm indeed grateful to all of you. Women's College makes a top echelon part of Aligarh Muslim University, attracting outstanding students and academics from all parts of India. The college provides a stimulating and rewarding intellectual experience to the students joining the different courses. The objectives of each course run over here is to sustain a high standard of teaching and scholarship. The dynamism of the intellectual atmosphere is evidenced by the variety of courses and career choices that absorb the students after graduation. The Women's College came into being as part of philanthropy with a conscious awakening first, which has evolved into a gateway to excellence with time. As a key institute of Aligarh Muslim University, the college takes a pride in its history of 114 years dedicated to the cause of female education in India. With its modest beginning as an inconspicuous school in 1906 at Upper Fort, Aligarh, on the initiative of the founder Dr. Sheikh Abdullah and his wife Wahid Jahan Begum, fondly remembered as Papa Mia and Alabi. It developed to a high school in 1921 and to an intermediate college in 1922, and in 1937 it was elevated to the status of an undergraduate college as part of Aligarh Muslim University. Today's celebration is a mark of gratitude for the great endeavors of our founders. At a time when the community was not ready for modern education, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah and his wife Begum Wahid Jahan dreamt of providing education to women and uplifting them from the darkness of ignorance and backwardness. This very thought is worth exceptional appreciation for who had ever given a serious thought to the life of girls in our part of the world. Girls and women were just relative beings who lived through life in borrowed light of their family members. Our founders are thus far more than just visionaries, for they thought and dared to act against the conventional norms that required an extraordinary courage and a deep faith in the idea of change. Women's College is recognized today as a premier institution of sciences, social science, humanities, and commerce undergraduate courses for women. It has played an enduring role in educating the Muslim women, especially who faced much rigid barriers in their efforts to get empowered. At present, 3,095 girl students from various parts of the country, including overseas students from Turkmenistan, Yemen, Thailand, Nepal, Indonesia, Mauritius, and Bangladesh, are studying in Women's College. 34 different courses are offered under different faculties like arts, social science, science, life science, agricultural science, and commerce. Women's College has a total strength of 107 teaching staff and 75 non-teaching staff, helping in achieving the target of imparting knowledge and grooming. The current student teacher ratio is 29 is to 1. Women's College is striving hard to fulfill the dreams of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Mrs. Wahid Jahan, and Sheikh Abdullah, who held immense faith in achieving education for all. Keeping with the mission of the college, to nurture a community of lifelong learners who value healthy traditions while being well equipped with knowledge and training to deal with modern needs of the contemporary society. Believing in the holistic development marked by proper talim or tarbiyat apart from syllabus based learning. The college provides ample opportunity for participation in various co curricular and extracurricular activities and sports activities. The college has a well equipped gymnasium, an active NCC arrangement, and aware NSS group as remarkable features of the curriculum. Girls' empowerment at Aligarh Muslim University has always been a focal point of interest due to the visionary zeal of the pioneers. Over the years, the number of access area available to girls has increased. In its endeavor to keep pace with modern technology and teaching methods, the college is gradually upgrading classrooms. Presently, we have 9 smart classrooms, updating the learning and teaching practice. The college has a library of its own with proper infrastructure, catering to the needs of undergraduate courses. It has a book bank facility and a modern software for visually challenged students. Three reading rooms of the library have been air conditioned recently. An interlibrary loan desk facility is also available, and through which the books from Central Maulana Azad Library are loaned to the college library. The college is an integral part of Aligarh Muslim University and has a permanent representation in the Academic Council, Executive Council, and AMU Court. The faculties of the college are members of the Board of Studies in their respective departments. They exercise the right to take the prestigious positions of chairpersons of departments and deans of their faculties on the basis of their seniority. A distinct feature of the college is the Center for Skill Development and Career Planning. The center provides vocational training to the girls and prepares them for economic independence while counseling them on a possible future career. Currently, 15 professional skill training courses are operational at the center. The daycare center for children of the faculty members is also a special feature of the college. The college boasts of inviolable residential facility available in India. It holds annual elections for the students, provides scholarship to the deserving and meritorious students. A look at the many university rank holders across departments, as well as the number of awards won at national and international literary, cultural, and sports competitions, the numerous distinguished visitors, as well as the multitude of societies that the college humming with bears testimony to the rich ethos that characterizes the women's college. Both teachers and students make the upper crust of the most accomplished in the university. No wonder women's college is esteemed as a pivotal asset of the central university. The pandemic has hit the education sector exceedingly. It caused irreparable loss everywhere. We lost three of our competent faculty members from the college itself. Shifting to the online mode of learning and teaching so suddenly because of the pandemic was a challenge for everyone. But classes were held regularly, assessment and examinations were on as per the schedule. Students from the financially weaker background who could not afford devices for online learning were provided with tablets and smartphones. It was possible due to the timely intervention by the Aligarh Muslim University Alumni Association of Greater Chicago, USA, which donated around 60 lakhs rupees for the purchase of the gadgets. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Alumni Association because you rescued so many students from educational deprivation. In lack of this support, we cannot guess the consequences. In spite of the pandemic, we tried to carry on with some of the important activities like observing the Independence Day, Republic Day, Rashtriya Ekta Divas, World Mental Health Day, Eid Miladun Nabi, Voters Day, Vigilance Awareness Day, and the Week. The year 2019 was abuzz with activities of College Fest Week and Social Service Week. The NCC cadets participated in various state programs. The sports ground witnessed many events. The first swimming pool exclusively for the female students was inaugurated in February 2020. It's an Olympic size swimming pool, which was also the dream of Papa Mia to have a swimming pool in women's college. A number of books were published. Our teachers participated in international and national conferences and seminars. Women's College also organized various lectures and an online international conference on gender equality in August 2020 in association with the UGC and Ministry of Education. I feel pleased on looking back that the college keeps in stride with the demands of the present time. Papa Mia and Alabi are no more here to cherish the good developments, but they live in our prayers for the great initiative undertaken by them. Long live the founders, long live AMU, long live Women's College. Thank you very much.
As while you were talking, I was reading the comments that people were sending, that how you are well loved by everyone and the job you are doing is incredible. And actually, I was blown away with the numbers. The strength of college is now 3,095
Yeah,
students.
more than 3,000. Yes, more
Yeah,
than it's
and
3,001.
3,095. That's what I wrote
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
was focusing to listening to you more than writing. and 34 courses and 107 teaching staff and huge team of non-teaching staff, and still the ratio we're providing is 29 is to 1,
Yeah.
which is not really
No.
seen in the universities and colleges. um, I love the way you talk about that talim and tarbiyat, and I can say that because now I've been living in US for almost 36 years, is we get educated here, but tarbiyat, or which we call that upbringing, is a missing part. So that's why we feel so fortunate to be the part of that institution. And you talk about the girls empowerment. This is all this beauty is about. And again, you made a lot of people nostalgic as I was reading the comments, and people were consistently writing that how much they love you, and you are the one of the best principals and academicians. So we feel very fortunate that we are still able to stay connected with you, and you always accept our invitation and grace the occasion. So thank you so much. Look forward to working with you and having you for many more years in the
Can
future.
I just express my gratitude to you, Amtul and Iram, and for providing this platform to all of us. I am indeed grateful to you, and you as my friend. I can always. Today in the morning when we went for the Fatiha, I was just telling about you. Ki you are the same with the same heart of a teenager, still the same Amtul.
Well, that's good to hear. And I hope that, if people change, they should change for better, but otherwise they stay the same. So I'm happy to hear that I stayed the same. So thank you.
And congratulations, Dr. Hashma. We also celebrated your achievement in our college.
Wonderful. And we'll be celebrating more here.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you, Naima. Thank you, Naima. I truly appreciate your detailed report. So now it warms my heart to introduce the young, assertive, authentic, committed, creative, dynamic, and successful leader to you. Any guesses? Yes, you guessed it right. I am talking about our own Iram Reza. Iram graduated from Women's College in 2004, and she has also received her master's degree from AMU in journalism and mass communication in 2006. By profession, she's a digital marketing consultant and a professional writer. However, the most important accomplishment of Iram is that she co founded Beauties of AMU with Sabah Qasim in 2017. And the most astonishing fact about Beauties of AMU is in just 4 short years, 15,000 ignited minds from across the globe have been registered to enlighten the society at large. So, with the huge round of applause, I would like to invite Iram Reza to talk to you about beauties of AMU. Iram Reza.
That was so flattering, Abdulapa. I'm really flattered.
You deserve it.
That is your kind words to me. Okay. So first thing first, I would I would like to start by thanking our group, Beauties of AMU, and all the girls involved in it for bringing us together to celebrate AMU Women's College Founders Day. Without girls, it could not have been possible. The theme of this year, as we have mentioned earlier as well, is lifting up the next generation women. Why we say that? Because as we grow up on the ladder, it is certainly very important to throw down the rope and give chance to younger generation. Like Amdul Appa is applauding me. So they are giving us chance by putting them on the back seat and giving us the chance to lead. So that is most important. It's not just giving them a space. It's also shaping their talent to lead and become better person in their respective careers. Uh, about Beauties of AMU, I'm sure most of you know what Beauties of AMU is all about, but still a quick brush up for those who have joined us for the first time or maybe have no clear idea. So, Beauties of AMU, as Amtalapa has already mentioned, we have started in 2017. Uh, the idea was to bring the girls virtually first. We came on the Facebook page and then we started meeting in different cities. Uh, Once we were together, we started harnessing the power, uh, the strength of the girls. Uh, and it would not be wrong to say, in just 4 years down the lane, we are actually harnessing the power of the talent all around the globe. Uh, it's not just about the careers we are into, but supporting each other, networking, and helping the younger generation or maybe our peers uh, in our capacity. So, and secondly, I would thank. Last year, we also started the membership campaign, and that was taken very positively. So, I would like to thank all the girls who have taken the membership. We have received a good response. So, a great thanks to all the members and other girls as well. So, we hope to bring on other girls as well on the board. Uh, Before I go further discussing about what we pledged last year and what we have achieved as a something like report card, uh, I would just like to say over the past year, humanity has experienced an unprecedented shift in the way of life due to COVID. Almost everything was shut, lockdowns, etc. As you all know, we all have gone through very rough patch all this year and were bewildered in how to cope up in this darkest moment. So I'm as I talk about the thing, first I would like to talk about the registration process that we committed last year. I'm really delighted to present that we have given our papers for registration under non-profit organization, and within a month we are expecting uh, our papers to be with us. And once we have our papers, the new name that we have decided under the advisory team, uh, we will start issuing the membership cards, and very soon you will get it without any further delays. Next, we talk about scholarships. That was a wonderful project that we took. Uh, I'm incredibly honored here to be here and thanks the team who have worked together on the scholarship project. This year, we pulled 10 scholarships to the girls in need and at the same time who were good at academics. We committed five, but thanks to the contributors of Beauties of AMU, we managed 10 scholarships. Along with paying their fees, we arranged books for them and coaching classes for some of them. Coaching class was given by the girl from Beauties of AMU. That was such a kind gesture from our girls. Though this project seemed very simple, just giving the scholarship, but it is not as simple as it sounds. From scanning so much of applications to taking interviews, then to distributing books, and to providing the coaching. So I would like to thank the team here of the scholarship project, which include Ms. Nazat Daud, Ms. Musharraf Tajapa, Ms. Amtul Suhail, Ms. Talat, and Ms. Sophia Kazmi. Thank you very much for supporting us in this important project. Thank you so very much. Talking about our future plan, future as in the next 1 year, I would urge contributors to support us to strengthen the cause of education. We would like to double up the numbers. Secondly, the mentorship program. We have some very solid draft for the mentorship program of this girl who have been the part of our scholarship and otherwise too for all the women's college girls because being such a fresh face, they are unaware, they have less exposure. So we wish the girls who are doing so well and are connected to us in Beauties of AMU, they can uh, just disseminate their talent and just provide them mentorship and to uh, this mentorship program will be in communication, personality development, and language building. So this is one. Then another sessions we are planning for is our Beauties of AMU girls who are part of this group and they are not a student. So it could be motivational talks, it could be skill development or health concerns. So these are kind of sessions we are planning this year and to enrich our previous projects that we have taken, like working on women stories or scholarship, as I said. So on this note, And yes, as I said, we were talking about this campaign, Be the Next campaign we have ran this year. The color given was red. Red, as in red, symbolizes boldness. So it takes courage to go red. We have modified this Women's College Tarana again with the photos we have received. So I'll be sharing that soon. But before I end, I would like to thank founders of our university and Women's College, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan Sahab and Papa Mia and Alabi, for providing us this platform so that we all are here together and talking to each other and are so content in our life. So I wish that we keep spreading the word around and keep taking their mission ahead. On this note, before I present Tarana, I would end up with दे जजा अल्लाह तो इस बागबान इल्म को जिसने गुंचों को खिलाया और गुले तर कर दिया. And Tarana here. Here we go. Thank you so very much.
बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो चला है अपना कारवां बसत चला लो हिस्सोशा चला है अपना कारवां बसत चला लो हिस्सोशा दिलों में अज़्म है जवां सगीरो पीरो नौजवां दिलों में अज़्म है जवां सगीरो पीरो नौजवां चले चलेंगे बेतका बढ़ा चलेगा कारवां बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलेंगे बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो कभी मेरा हसन नहीं जहाँ खत्म हुए कभी मेरा हसन नहीं जहाँ खत्म हुए हजार मुश्किलें बड़ी मगर जमीन पे बल नहीं हजार मुश्किलें बड़ी मगर जमीन पे बल नहीं ये रास्ता गुजर कहाँ हयात खुद है नगमा बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो ये रास्ता गुजर कहाँ हयात खुद है नगमा बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो कड़क रही है बिजलियाँ गिरी हुई है बदलियाँ कड़क रही है बिजलियाँ गिरी हुई है बदलियाँ निशान राह है निहा कदम मगर है सौ फिशम निशान राह है निहा कदम मगर है सौ फिशम चले चलेंगे बेतका बढ़ा चलेगा कारवां बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलेंगे बेतका बढ़ा चलेगा कारवां बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो बढ़े चलो चले चलो बढ़े चलो
Thank you so much for watching this. And now I again feel so honored and privileged to welcome our pillar of strength. Uh, as I've always been saying, she is a support system. Uh, One thing this group has given me is our seniors. They are they're such a support system. They give you great advice. They just give you their experience and they tell you how to become in adverse situation. Uh, Here, I'm sure you have guessed that whom am I calling. So I would like to invite Miss Antul Suhail Apa to be here and to extend the word for this for the message of beauties of AMU Group. I would like to tell a little about her. Miss Antul Suhail is executive director at Second Generation in San Francisco. She migrated to United States, I guess, for American dreams. I'm just, I'm just kidding. So she leaving behind her family in 1999 on a quest to pursue her dream of teaching children. She has been working in the field of education since 1985. Most of her experience is in managing and supervising high quality programs. And about her education, she has done mass communication from Jamia in 1985, and before that, she was in AMU for Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and B.Ed course. Uh, Talking about her skills with dealing with alumni association. She has been president of AMU Alumni Association of North California for 8 years. And for 2 years, she has been president of Federation of AMU Alumni Association of North America. So, Ms. Sampul Apa.
Thank you, Iram. And I would say that I think I'm on a very different spot because first you played the Tarana and those uh, the the videos, the pictures that the women poses in red. So I truly became nostalgic by listening to Tarana and watching all those posts in red color. And we know that red color is the color of happiness. So it's just a mixed feeling that very happy, very excited. And now I have to talk to you. So I just feel like I'm choking for words, and but I'll try to compose myself as much as I could. So thank you. Thank you for this warm introduction, Iram. So respected Dr. Hashma Hassan, Professor Naima Khatun, Dr. Prerna Kohli, Dr. Nagma Basi, and we hope that Professor Faizan Mustafa also join us. Our honorable audience on Facebook Live and fellow leagues. Thank you for joining the second Women Global Summit to celebrate the Women's College Founders Day. I feel honored and humble to be co-hosting such an important event with Iram Reza, the founder of Beauties of AMU. We are gathered here to pay the tribute to the founders of AMU Girls High School and College, a women's college, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah and Wahid Jahan Begum, popularly known as Papa Mia and Alabi. There's so much said about Papa Mia, but no matter how much we say about him, it's not enough. So due to the time constraints, I'm just going to say very few words about this visionary. So Dr. Sheikh Abdullah started the girls' school in 1906 with few students, mostly from his family. In 1914, the first hostel was built to house the girls from outside of Aligarh. In 1926, the school became an intermediate college. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah was ahead of his time, and I said that he was the visionary. Had it not been Dr. Sheikh Abdullah, we cannot imagine what would have been the plight of Muslim girls in India and around the world. So eternally thankful to Papa Mia and Alabi and his entire family. Two of his daughters were our principal, Mumtaz Jahan Khatun Abba. So again, I will just say that just one couplet that, what we are trying to sum up, a history of 100 years in a very short period of time, is say that चंद लम्हों में सिमटाया है सदियों का सफर, चंद लम्हों में सिमटाया है सदियों का सफर, जिंदगी तेज बहुत तेज चली हो जैसे. So, this being said, I would like to talk to you about the membership program. Last year, we launched our membership campaign on this occasion. And as Era mentioned, and I'm also happy to report that we did receive overwhelming applause for starting the membership program. However, the excitement and the actions really did not match. I'm really thankful those people who came forward and become the paid member of Beauties of AMU, but we were expecting a little bit more. We understand that last couple of years was unprecedented. What we have gone through and is still going through is unimaginable. Nobody was ever thought about it that we will be facing these type of challenges. So again, that we have to be optimistic. We have to carry forward Papa Mia's torch of education. And we feel very fortunate that what we have. But think about those that who have the same dreams as us. They want to fly high as their counterparts, but do not have any means to do that. So that's why we launched the membership program so we can provide funds for those that who have a dream but not able to accomplish them. So as we've been mentioning a couple of times during this course that 15,000 strong, the Facebook presence, we would like to set a very realistic goal this year. Let's make this group 2022 strong. And it's very meaningful because we are in year 2022. If we can get paid 2022 memberships, that will be memorable. That we again campaign on this platform, and our beauties, the college mates, our seniors, our juniors participated in that campaign, and we were able to accomplish what we wished for. I will just end my campaign with these words, and very simple words yet meaningful. 100 years from now, it will not matter what kind of car I drove, what kind of house I lived in, nor how much money I had in my bank account. But the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child. I would like all of you to have that pleasure. Be that important person in the life of a child. Together, we can do it. We're all of us in this together. And let's pledge together. And if you can surpass the goal that I set on this platform, that will be amazing. But at least if we can accomplish that goal, the next year we will be again addressing you and sharing the success of our campaign. Okay, so let's switch the gears. I know it feels like that every time I go on the stage, it's been said even at Alumni Association or Federation, that every time I have given a mic, a microphone, I am asking for the money. And of course, I'm doing that. I'm very proud that I am involved in the programs that which make the difference in the lives of people. So, so again, I don't want to apologize for that. I feel actually very proud that I have the opportunity to connect with people and try to bring the change in the lives of people. Okay, so let's switch the gears and talk about Be the Next Impact Awards. So now is the time to celebrate the excellent impact of members of Beauties of AMU who have shown commendable progress in their respective fields. Their presence and participation on social media is evident and visible. They're high achievers, yet humble and down to earth people. Great role models, yet eager to learn. They all will be receiving the digital certificate. As you know, that at this time, Beauties of AMU does not have the funds to provide the beautiful trophies. In the future, we might be. But those who are receiving these certificates, you can beautify it however you want to. Put it in your homes, your offices, show off that you are the first awardees of our Be the Impact Awards. So without further ado, here's the list of awardees. Please give them the huge round of applause. Iram will be playing a video, and I will be reading the names in no particular order. Okay. So The list of awardees is that Farha Sarosh, Sabah Zakaria, Razia Khatun, Shafana Ajmal, Aisha Faizan, Adiba Wasim, Talat Javed, Ruchi Dana, Sumana Ahmed, Sadia Khurshid, Sara Khan, Iram Majid, Rana Siddiqui, Dr. Shahla Jamal, Ghazala Zaidi, Aarti Mittal, Shehwar Shuhrat, Ekta Makhija, Farha Malik, and Shazia Naeem Khan. Just give them a big round of applause. Thank you so much, Aram, for playing that video. And as you must have observed that in the list of these awardees that they were from all different walks of life, from entrepreneurs to CEO to the fitness trainer, the bankers, social activists. So you see that the galaxy is very, very bright. Okay, so now it gives me immense pleasure to introduce Dr. Hashma Hassan. Dr. Hashma Hassan is a distinguished program scientist at NASA. She's also the deputy program scientist for the James Webb Space Telescope program, which is the world's largest and most powerful telescope launched from the European spaceport of Kourou in French Guiana on Christmas Day in 2021. Nothing is more enthralling for AMU when one of its own students reaches the pinnacle of their career and becomes a celebrity in their respective industry. It is especially a matter of pride for female students and leaders who are inspired to follow her footsteps and reach a similar height of success in their chosen field. So, Dr. Hashma, our audience would like to know that when you pictured your career, did you ever see yourself both as a scientist and a leader at NASA? So, with your huge round of applause, I would like to invite Dr. Hashma Hassan.
So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you, Iram and Amtul, for inviting me to celebrate the Women's College Founders Day. What a remarkable team you have. It was very impressive hearing about it just now. It's a distinct honor and pleasure for me to be here today to humbly share with you my personal journey from my birthplace Lucknow to where I am today, the Deputy Program Scientist for NASA's James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST for short. I have been a part of JWST from the time it was conceived in 1995 as the next generation space telescope to be the successor of the Hubble Space Telescope. I have seen it through its early development to its launch and beyond. This powerful telescope is a technological wonder that will enable humankind to unlock some of the mysteries of the formation of the early universe. Its 6.4-meter primary mirror consists of 18 hexagonal pieces made of gold-coated beryllium, which was folded up like a transformer to fit into the rocket for launch into space. A 5-layer sun shield made of mylar and designed to protect the telescope and its science instruments from the heat of the Earth and the sun, unfurled in space. The science instruments have cutting-edge technology. This amazing observatory was launched on December 25, 2021, and is now at its parking orbit called L2, which is 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. The sun shield has been unfolded and the telescope's mirrors have been deployed. Its scientific goals are to show us the formation of the first stars and galaxies, tell us about exoplanets, the formation of elements that make up life itself, and much more. As the universe expands and the earliest stars and galaxies race away from us, the light from their birth, stretching into the infrared, is just reaching us. JWST is optimized to receive and analyze this infrared light. At L2, the telescope will remain extremely cold so that there is no interference from its own heat with the infrared light from the faraway objects it observes. Any scientist in the world can write a proposal to observe with JWST. If there are any astronomers in the audience today, I hope you are considering observations with Webb. All the Webb science data will be placed in the NASA archives for any astronomer in the world to analyze. So even if you don't have a proposal accepted, you can still analyze Webb data. As I wait to see the wonders of the universe that this telescope will reveal to us, I look back to the time when I gazed at that same sky as a little girl in Lucknow. My favorite rhyme was, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are." That wonder carried me through my childhood, gazing at clear night skies, seeing Sputnik in the early morning sky over Lucknow, eagerly following the space race between USSR and USA, devouring all the science and mathematics I could learn in school, eventually earning my BSc in physics, chemistry, mathematics from Lucknow University. My path to my dream of pursuing astronomy was not straightforward. At every crossroad of life, I had to make decisions based on the situation I found myself in. The lessons taught by my class 6 teacher in Loreto Convent, Lucknow, to work hard and have faith in myself, gave me the strength to make bold decisions later in life. Much as I wanted to take astronomy as a subject for BSc, I was unable to do so since observations required students to be out at night, which as a young girl I was not permitted to do. I pursued my next love, physics. After completing physics BSc at Lucknow University, I joined AMU, where I had close family ties. My uncle, Professor Sayyid Nurul Hassan, was head of Department of History at AMU. His son, Sayyid Sirajul Hassan, and daughter, Talat Hassan, had just started undergraduate studies there. My chacha, another uncle, Dr. Sayyid Ammar Hassan, and aunt, Dr. Sakina Hassan, were professors at the Medical College and English Department, respectively, at AMU. Their daughter, Fawzia Hassan, encouraged me to join the physics department, where she was a PhD student. After completing MSc and MPhil in theoretical physics, I won a Commonwealth scholarship to the University of Oxford, UK, where I got a doctorate in theoretical nuclear physics. I came back to India and joined Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, Mumbai, for postdoctoral research, after which I got my dream job as an assistant professor of physics at the University of Pune. A year later, I found myself at another difficult crossroad when, under family pressure, I had to choose a husband. I made it clear to my parents that my future husband must agree to me continuing my career and one who would treat me as an equal in a true partnership. I was fortunate to find such a person. Incidentally, another Algerian, Dr. Aftab Ansari. I joined him in USA, where I did postdoctoral work at Duke University, Durham, North Carolina. I saw a new opportunity and changed course. I was awarded a National Research Council Fellowship to study the effect of air pollution on visibility degradation. After completing that project, we returned to India with our infant son Sadiq when I went back to research in theoretical nuclear physics at the Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Mumbai. We returned to USA 2 years later in 1985 with two infant sons. I was determined to continue my career and, with support from my husband, accepted a job at the newly formed Space Telescope Science Institute, Baltimore, to write the optical simulation software for the soon to be launched Hubble Space Telescope. After the launch of Hubble, I was appointed telescope scientist and was responsible for monitoring the optical performance of the telescope after we discovered it had a flawed primary mirror. After the optics of Hubble was fixed in the first servicing mission in 1993, I felt the need to move on. In 1994, I joined NASA headquarters in Washington, D.C., and the rest, as they say, is history. I was fortunate to work as program scientist on many missions, including 2 Hubble servicing missions. I encountered many obstacles on my path to achieving my dream of doing research in astronomy and of working at NASA. I could not have done it without the confidence instilled in me by my mother, teachers, uncles, aunts, and professors at AMU. I would like to tell every young woman here today to have confidence in yourself and get a good education so you can stand on your own 2 feet. For that is a sure way to independence and empowerment. As I learned as a senior executive fellow at Harvard, there are no right answers and no wrong answers. Whatever you choose to be, a wife and a mother, a professional, or both, The decision must be yours. They say that the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. We
Absolutely.
can get that true empowerment only if we work in true partnership with our men, with mutual respect. We will then be fulfilling the dreams of visionaries like Sheikh Abdullah Papa Mia, Begum Wahid Jahan, and Karamat Hussain, who opened the doors of higher education to women. So do not give up your dreams and reach for the stars. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hashmapa. I can't tell you that all the comments I was reading here from the live audience, that it's really hard to keep up with that. Nothing but just the praise. You were making people nostalgic. Your story is so inspiring, and you talk about the complete picture, that you received a higher education. In the middle of that, you had to get married. I love the sentence you say, you have to choose the husband. Yes, those have tos are there. No matter how successful you are, you have to. So, and you did. And you kept on moving on your career path. And I was thinking the same way, but somebody wrote here that, that how many zillion, gazillion, billion children uh, read Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star every day. But to make it a quote of your life, that is amazing. Only a scientist can do that, I guess. So your talk was so beautifully written and beautifully presented. And just what I was seeing on that is just the word inspiration, that you are the inspiration for all the girls. You are the inspiration for all of us. And you ended your talk that, dream high, that uh, the hand that rocks the cradle can rule the world. That is absolutely true. So thank you so much for uh, coming here on our invitation. And I know that just you said that earlier, the good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And I know it's a morning for you and I, and yours is like a little bit later, and you have to go to work. So if for some reason, if you have to leave due to your work responsibility, we understand that. But if you stay throughout the program, that will be delightful. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm greatly humbled. Thank you.
Okay, so let's take a short break.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face.
Over to you, Iram. Iram, you're mute.
Hearing to all the guests here is such a delight. And listening their stories from AMU and their college days is so uh, nostalgic. Nostalgia is such a tricky business. It makes us laugh and cry at the same time. Not only is it a moment of happiness and nostalgia for us, but also an opportunity to reflect on our learning and achievements. Our alumni have established themselves success as a successful individuals in almost every field of their lives, and we could not be any prouder. It is indeed my great pleasure to welcome among us one such gem of this institution. She chose a subject which was not so much chosen some 3, 4 decades ago. Indeed, maybe she was ridiculed among her friends or relatives to choose such subject and no, not to go for, as a brighter student, not to go for the sort of sought out careers. And it is indeed life. People respect your decision once you have marked a place in your life. चलिए फिलॉसफी का टाइम तो शायद आज नहीं है, आज हम साइकोलॉजी की बातें करेंगे। डॉक्टर प्रेरणा कोहली, our star guest here. She's a clinical psychologist, 4 times gold medalist, and the first clinical psychologist to be awarded by Honorary President of India. Dr. Kohli is a published author and an intensive research scholar. She has been an advisor to the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights and is member of a Niti Aayog Nutrition Committee. Dr. Kohli works toward helping people to sustain relationships and making their lives more productive, happier, and abounding with inner peace. तो डॉक्टर प्रेरणा कुछ खुशियाँ यहाँ भी
Very well said.
Adab, namaste, good evening, good morning. Thank you, Iram, for such a kind introduction. It's always a momentous moment when you are acknowledged and praised by your colleagues and your alma mater. The fact of the matter is that I am facing such a August gathering. It's quite a challenge to speak about anything after these wonderful addresses which has happened. But yes, I do want to talk about the area of mental health. I've been practicing in it since I did my PhD, which was 30 years back. And today is a very joyous moment because we are celebrating Women's College Founders Day. It was in 1987 that I got Papa Mia All Round Excellence Award, and I'm on the roll of
I'm so
honor.
sorry, Dr. Prerna.
Yeah,
I forgot to
that's okay.
mention that.
That's okay.
I
I
would
do
like to
want
flaunt
to.
that, and I would like to show it to everyone. Just a moment. Give me a moment. I would like to flaunt it on your behalf. She was presented all round excellence in the roll of honors, and her name was in the list of auditorium. And she has just proudly marked it on 2nd February. It was given on 2nd February 86. So
86.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Uh,
So
belated
it is
congratulations.
it is a very very privileged moment to imagine standing like a young girl, at that time and getting onto the roll of honor, and then suddenly. It's very humbling to be called here to speak to all of you. I only mentioned about it to inspire each one of you that anybody can get the all round excellence award like a young girl and then be talking about it. So yes, I remember teaching psychology in the first year college students, BA first year. So psychology that time, I'll be very brief. Was hardly known. People hardly even knew how to speak, how to write in psychology, really, the spelling, all right? Uh, it was quite a challenging journey because my dream was to become a private practitioner, which was unheard of. I was ridiculed. I was called a psycho. I was told I will never make it, and who will come to you? All right. Because there's so much of stigma and shame attached to mental health. So, before I go forward, I want to give a big thank and express my gratitude to all my teachers, to all my mentors, Hamida Appa, who taught me that is a survival of the fittest. No matter what you do in life, Prerna, just be on top of your game. Kuch bhi karo. Just it is the survival of fittest. Sultan sir, who taught me that you have to be student every single day of your life. Then Amina Kishore, ma'am, who brought so much joy and fun in the classroom. We did Shakespeare
That
plays
comment from
together.
Amna Kishore ma'am on the screen for you.
Oh, please.
Prerna, welcome after all
Oh,
these
dear.
years. It warms the heart, truly.
Thank you. And she made it so joyous and saw the potential. I was also the editor of the magazine. I didn't think I had it in me. But these were the teachers who brought out the best in you. The Nikhatapa, the Nigarapa. I can go on and on. And of course, my heartfelt thank you to Akbar Hussain sir, who helped me complete my PhD with such a unique topic in record time. I'm indebted to him for the rest of my life, for him to show me the way forward. So yes, today I do want to just mention about mental health. If you're talking about uplifting the next generation, then we must also be aware that 1 out of 4 women suffer from depression in comparison to 1 out of 10 men. And if we remove the stigma and shame around sadness, stress, depression, anxiety, we would be having women coming forward. And you know why this is happening, especially the mental health is so much in women, for the only reason is because of their genetical makeup, the hormonal makeup, the biological makeup. Can you believe that even after delivering a baby, which is the most joyous moment for a woman, she can go through deep depression, what we call the postpartum depression, can have PCDO issues. So we also know that there is a deep conditioning where women put themselves really at the back, and they're always thinking about others because our EQ is so high. We are emotionally very, very intelligent, each one of us. So I think if we want our next generation to come forward, हमें जरूर 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 इन चीजों की बातें करनी है. अगर हम अपनी सिस्टर को, मदर को, डॉटर को, मदर इन लॉ, डॉटर इन लॉ, किसी को देखें कि वो परेशान है, we must help them, support them, and seek help. I mean, it is just like talking about hypertension. एक टाइम इतना टैबू था टू टॉक अबाउट कैंसर, इतना टैबू था टू टॉक अबाउट डायबिटीज, बट अब तो ये नॉर्मल बातें हैं. इसी तरह वी हैव टू spread the awareness by talking about it if you're really wanting to lead the next generation to come forward, because other time, because of these emotional issues, anxieties, we are not able to come forward. तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगी कि मेरे टाइम कितने चैलेंजेस थे और ये था वो था, हर जनरेशन के चैलेंजेस होते हैं, मगर क्योंकि मेरे पास इतने चैलेंजेस थे कि प्रैक्टिकल मेरे को चांस नहीं मिल रहा था to do hands-on, to learn practical education. The education starts actually after finishing the technical education. That's what life education is all about. And मैंने अपनी तरफ से थोड़ी सी कोशिश करी. I've taken the initiative to float this organization called Mind Tribe, and I have over 75 women where I am offering internship in psychology. तो I think हर किसी को आगे आना है, जो भी वो अपने तरह से कर सकता है, कोई ज्यादा कम की बात नहीं है. We all have to come forward. Like, look at this platform, Beauties of AMU. Anyways, makes us feel so beautiful inside out. What a beautiful name, यार, Beauties of AMU. वैसे हम इतने अपने आप को हसीन समझने लगे हैं जब से आपने वो टाइटल दिया हुआ है. So we all have to do that. So मेरा ये भी मानना है कि ये जब मैं थीम को देखती हूँ about leadership, about getting the next generation forward. So we've seen very difficult times, the pandemic. We may be in the same storm, but we were in different boats. And the national COVID response was made by a woman who was in the Ministry of Health. And all of us, you, me, and women across have been rolled into mothers and teachers and nurses. It's been really, really challenging time to have the family there, to teach the children, to even swap the floors, clean the utensils, no help, and yet be there serving in the public domain. So I personally feel that the very the points I wrote after I read the theme, I'll just a couple of points because wo thoda shero shairi hai, which is so close to my heart. The women leadership has taken a completely new meaning after what we have gone through pandemic, and whatever we have understood and professed. मेरा ये भी मानना है कि it is not so much about gender equality जो हम बात करते हैं. I mean, it is about gender sensitivity. That's all it is. Otherwise, we are equal everywhere. We are not talking about that we need to get physically stronger कि हम lift कर सकें ज़्यादा weight. We are talking about mental and emotional strength, and उसमें हम किसी से पीछे नहीं हैं. So because of this pandemic, the entire meaning of women leadership changing. तो मुझे एक बहुत ही beautiful lines याद आ रही हैं, which have been penned down by the US-based Urdu poetess फरत सेहत. वो लिखती हैं कि औरत हूँ मगर सूरत खौसार खड़ी हूँ, एक सच के तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए सबसे लड़ी हूँ.
बहुत
वो
खूब।
मुझसे सितारों का पता पूछ रहा है, पत्थर की तरह जिसकी अंगूठे में जड़ी हूं।
वाह।
इस दस्ते बला में ना समझ खुद को अकेला, मैं चोक की सूरत तेरे खेमे में गड़ी हूं।
बहुत।
So, what we need now is not making women strong. We are strong. मैंने कहा ना, हम फिजिकली स्ट्रेंथ नहीं ढूंढ रहे. We are strong. But celebrating our empowered. Each one of us is empowered. आप चाहे homemaker को ले लीजिए. There cannot be a better CEO than a homemaker. Every woman, every mother is a CEO, is a leader. I mean, we are the backbones of our homes as daughters. हमारे बिना तो रौनक ही नहीं है. As mothers, as sisters, as daughter-in-laws, as anybody, as technical as leaders, हमारे बिना तो रौनक ही नहीं है. So we are the backbone. So I feel that this will not be a struggle for equality, for competition, for space, or claim of rights. This has to be a pure and joyous celebration of God's gift of womanhood given to each one of us. ये नहीं है कि आपको कहीं बाहर निकल के काम करना है, that you become a leader. You can become a leader in your own community through collaboration, through compassion, through gratitude, by celebrating who you are. And I think this celebration can only create happier environment. And when we talk about happier environment, I'm talking about good mental and emotional health. You know, it's all about being happy, and happiness is not the end goal. It is the first step. And I urge all of you to start focusing on celebrating your womanhood, जहां भी हैं. And that gender and age is no bar to achieving your goal. That goal may be to probably learn probably an instrument. It could be probably sharpen any skill. चाहे वो आप शार्पन करें स्किल, या आप अपनी कम्युनिटी की लीडर बन जाएं, चाहे आप किसी एनजीओ को ज्वाइन करें, चाहे आप कोई सीईओ बन जाएं. There's so much potential in each one of us. So just don't give up on yourself. And let's lift each other up. एक दूसरे की तारीफ करिए, encourage करिए, support करिए. Women know what women go through. And I will end by my favorite couplet. मेरी जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है. मेरी जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है. मेरे हौसलों का इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है. अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन हमने, आगे अभी सारा आसमान बाकी है. With these words, I wish every woman to be the best version of herself, to be the best authentic version of herself. Or let's move from fear to love, from fear to faith. And just let's have compassion, collaboration, and community. This is the biggest education. मैं सच मानिए, आज की तारीख में आप कुछ भी जानना चाहें, यू कैन ओपन गूगल, राइट? बट आज की तारीख में सबसे बड़ी एजुकेशन इज community, compassion, collaboration, creativity. And that can only come when we all are together. Thank you so much for listening to me. I've been short and brief. I'm so grateful that I've been able to be here at this platform. Wishing each one of you all the very best. Good night. Shaba khair. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
Aram, you're on mute.
I'm so sorry. हाँ. That was so enlightening, Dr. Prerna. इतने कमेंट्स यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं आपके लिए. आई एम श्योर अब हमें अपने ब्यूटीज
Very kind people.
ब्यूटीज ऑफ एमयू से हमें इतना एक खूबसूरत जेम मिला है. तो आई एम श्योर दीज गर्ल्स वुड लव टू हैव मोर सेशंस विद यू. As I said, we will be having personality enrichment sessions. So maybe if you agree, we could have one of the session with you. So it was indeed very enlightening. And as you said, हमें ताकत से strong नहीं बनना है, and mentally we are sensitive. और खुशियाँ first step, it is not the end goal. Happiness is the first step. Um, I'm just short on words. The way you
It's
have
very
expressed
kind.
your journey,
That's
I'm really short on words. Thank you so much for being here and for giving your time. Antarapu?
Okay. Yes, I mean, I just couldn't resist myself not saying anything about your talk, Dr. Prerna, that it was delightful, encouraging, and very inspiring. And again, it makes me really nostalgic that, the platform we are sitting here, that we have a scientist and we have a psychologist, that is just that's what the beauty is. That's what Dr. Hashma Hassan was saying, is that, do whatever you want to do. And we have academician that who's my batchmate, and she is leading, the college, managing the college where we all were the students there. And I just do want to share one little fact that I think we have never shared, that like Dr. Prerna Kohli, that here Naima and I are also the recipient of the same award. So
wow.
we
I'm
never.
in all this company.
So again, I said that we
So
knew
today
that
you also want to flaunt, huh? Today, but लेकिन आपको certificate नहीं मिला
Um,
अपना.
Amtul too got this for this award for all round excellence. Amtul too got
that's what
this
I said. That Naima and I both.
नहीं माना नहीं हमें भी
Awesome.
दिला दीजिए हम भी
So
flaunt
we have
करेंगे.
our photographs there. I have a black and white there, and we're on the roll of honor. Oh, such a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, and I would love to have the copy. That picture of that board,
Yes.
that our names are there. So again, that we are star performers, all of us, every woman, and we are, each of us are just like really surpassing the previous goal. So that's wonderful, and I'm sure that we have the opportunity to say it here openly. But all the audience on the Facebook Live is that we have many, many, many talented, accomplished people. So again, that talking about the accomplished people, as you see that we have one more guest sitting here. So without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Nagma Abbasi. But before I invite her, I would like to share some information about her. And as we were saying, that all of you are so accomplished that literally we could have just one guest and just talk about just that guest, because, but again, we have to be uh, cognizant of the time. So, Dr. Nagma Basi is an entrepreneur with the heart of scientist who loves to serve the scientific community to make it better and healthier. Another scientist in our group. She is the founder and CEO of a leading biotech startup, NextGen Life Sciences. She started in 2004 and expanding her organization's footsteps across the global market. And the most important laurel under her belt is that in 2020, she was nominated one of the top 10 women entrepreneurs in India by Forbes magazine. So we know that whose door we will be knocking to get some donations. So just kidding. You
That
know,
was a good one.
anybody who makes the Forbes list, of course, that you need to help us. So again, so just kidding. I think into being a little bit of the lighter touch to this program. So Dr. Abasi, could you please share with our audience that what does success mean to you, and how do you measure it? But this is not. I have another question: is that as a female entrepreneur, what strategies did you follow without alienating or upsetting people? How challenging it is for women leaders to maintain the top position in a professional field. And I'm sure that when you made that Forbes list, you must have made some enemies. So, how did you handle that? That is the key question. So, over to you, Dr. Abbasi. Welcome.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for such a nice introduction. I'm very grateful today, and it's really on. I really feel proud and honored to be here. and to interact with such a great eminent personalities. And thank you so much, Amtulapa, Dr. Prerna, and Iram, and so all of you. It's a great inspiration for me, like seeing you, and so it's a great honor for me to be here tonight. I, because time is a limit, so I just like to start talking about the questions has been what audience like to know. Success, as I like to start success, it's, I feel it's a very broad term, but it's very personal for everybody. Success, I feel it's a satisfaction of our minds. So everybody has set have some goals in their lives. It's in their day-to-day life, or in terms of business and professional careers. So all the women and everybody have some goals in their lives, and once you accomplish that goal, then you feel satisfied and happy. So that is, and to achieve those long term and short term goals, I feel everybody put efforts. So consistency in your efforts, I feel, is the key to success. So that as Dr. Prerna said, this is being happy and satisfied as today's word, and be in peace. That it's a new, new things in today's world after pandemic and such situations. So that is also very important in life, and I feel being in peace and being feel happy and satisfied in your life is real success in your life. So as I said, that everybody has their own goals, set goals in their lives, let's say in terms of business and daily routine life. So that success can be measured in terms of like what you have achieved and what is giving you satisfaction. So I feel that is from my side, and in terms of business and or some professional life. If we talk the professionally, then how you're hitting your goals, and how you're growing your business, and how you're handling your real life challenges, and what you're giving back to the society and the nation. So I feel it's a very well balanced life is a real success in everybody's life. And when I started in 2014, and I can share my experiences and how what I like. What when I started my this entrepreneurship journey, entrepreneur as an entrepreneur, that what kind of, I faced a lot of challenges, of course, like everybody else. I also faced so many challenges in my starting when I was in the in beginning and early years. So I in the beginning when I started my journey, first of all I have to, because I'm a first generation entrepreneur in my family. So first of all, you have to you have to stand out, and you have to talk to your family about your goals. That I earlier used to do a job, and then I decided to I want to start my own business. Then first I have to convince to my family, and that was a real big challenge for everybody who is not from a business background. So first of all, like, I had to talk to my parents and then my family that I want to just quit my job, and I want to do something of my own. Then, like any other family who are into service, whose background is a service class, and my background is purely like I am from education background. My parents used to be from like they are from education sector. So they was very, they want to know why, because job is a very safe and secure thing. But business, because nobody did business in my family, so they were very, why business, why you want to take risks in your life, why you want to go. Then first of all, the very big challenge any woman will feel, yeah, first you have to talk to your family, and first you have to convince them why you want to start this if you're not from a business background. So that kind of challenge first is your family, and then obviously the real life challenges comes when you are starting your entrepreneurship journey, because of course it's a little risky, and jobs is always safe. So I feel that that is the first thing what I felt. And then later on, the real life challenges started when you were started as a woman. Then you have to see your, you have to uh, everything you have to compose yourself. So a good team you want, then you have to start the funding and everything you have to bring together as your own. So your instinct of, your leadership journey start from there. So my leadership journey started in 2014 when I started and thought about doing a business. So leadership, I feel leadership is a journey, it's not a destination. So to become a powerful leader, I feel that you should have, or you should start working on some skills, which is really important in today's world. So I feel the communication is a very important skill in today's world, because as Dr. Prerna said, it's a type of collaboration and interacting with the people. So you should have good communication skills, you should develop that. So that really helps. Then the commitment towards your goals, whatever you set in, you should be committed to that, and you should stand for that. And the another important aspect, I feel, the courage to do and courage to take the risk, it is very important. Then your creativity, a creative mind is always needed if you want to be a good leader, a powerful leader. So you should be creative, and you should keep on working on your creative skills or creativity skills. And then your confidence, as everybody just explained, Dr. Hashim or Dr. Prerna, you should be confident enough, and you should believe in yourself that you can do it. And every moment, I feel, in today's world, have this belief and should believe in themselves, then you can do it. So that's very important in today's world, that every girl, child, every woman first should develop a belief in themselves, that you can do it. So that kind of a feeling, that kind of feel, then only you can convince other. First you should be convinced within yourself that you are very confident. Then competence, that also you have to develop the competence quality, that because it's a competitive world, whatever we say, wherever you go, whatever you want to do, and on a small scale at your home, and you want to build some business at your home, or you want to do it outside, you have to be competent enough to do that. And there's a lot of competition is there everywhere around your, even if you're starting a small shop, if you're starting a small business of, clothing, or any, any parlor, anything. So you will be found that not many people are doing that. It's already there, but you have to make a difference, you have to do the things differently. So I feel that is also a very important aspect to be a good leader. And I feel women's, all the women, and they are really good in multitasking. And that is a very good quality, which I think everybody should discover themselves, and it is there. So multitasking, a good leader should, because if you are running an organization, you have to keep track of multiple activities and the multiple people in an organization. So multitasking is a very good skill which everybody should develop, and it's already there. Only thing you have to start, putting your head and starting using that ability. So every woman, I feel, is a multitasker at your home. When you see you're taking care of your kids, you're taking care of your family. If you are a daughter, or so, every woman is a, multitasker, and that is a very good quality which every woman have that. So and I feel that these are the qualities which, if somebody wants to, successful in life, whatever it is in your day to day life, or you're doing some business, or you're in professional life, I think if you work on these skills, it will definitely help, it will lead to the success. Because we need these all these qualities to live a good life as well, not only in businesses or in professional lives. If we inculcate all these qualities, we will work. Because I learned all these qualities, still I'm learning. So I work on my communication skills and my motivation. Every day I have to motivate myself. Every day I have a new challenge in my life, and every day I have to provide solutions for that to my team and myself. And to do good every day, we have to motivate ourselves every day. So I feel these are the qualities, if all of us work, and we can do wonders in our lives. And now one thing I would like to also emphasize here, that please don't compare yourself to another people or any other woman, because everybody's life is a totally different story. So you should not compare yourself anybody to anybody, and because you are different, you are you, as Dr. Prerna said. I totally 100% agree to her that you are beautiful, and you can do whatever you can do. Nobody, you are you, and there's no clone of yours in all over the world. Nobody's like you. So I feel that should be there, and every girl and every woman should feel proud whatever she is. And nobody should feel that, don't compare. So that I really want to emphasize: you should not compare yourself to anybody else, because you are you and nobody can live your life. You know your circumstances, you know your things. So that I really want to emphasize, and it will give you a lot of, because once you started comparing yourself to others, then you lose whatever, because everybody has a lot of good positive qualities which other people don't have. You don't know the backstories, what is running in their lives. So I feel, be positive in life, and do you should have mentors in your life. Look for other in good qualities for the mentors. If you see the other peoples are good, try to learn from themselves. It will really help, and I do that. So I'm just here sharing you my real life experiences here, what I do in my life. And other things I feel that the challenges, I also felt that like people say gender discrimination or women. So I don't think so. If you're good, because so many good qualities women have in because I did a lot of I worked professionally in different multinational companies before starting my venture. And I never felt kind of gender discrimination and kind of things. And because you have to prove yourself that you are good, and you have to stand out for yourself. And something I would like to highlight here or emphasize on some things, that be learn like learn from your failures. And we should not do something that, okay, I may fail, or if I do, I'll start talking about to my family what they will say. So please speak up, whatever in your mind. Please speak up to your family and your friends. And I think. So many, like, there is nowadays in our Indian society, in all over world, like, people are really accept if you communicate. They accept you if you are able to communicate in a proper way. So I feel that should be there, and you have to take be prepared to take risks in life. And there will always be like people will oppose you, even if you're home, even if your kids are, like, I have kids, and when I started doing working, going out, they want me to stay. You have to make them understand. And as I said, if you are a good communicator, if you're able to make them convinced that why you're doing this, and so I feel they understand. And the very important thing, the mental health, as Dr. Prerna said, is very important in today's world. So first of all, I would like to like this very important to take care of yourself. Give some time to yourself, because everybody has their 24 hours. And even sometimes we feel that, okay, 24 hours is also not enough. So but sometimes you should put on yourself. And you should be healthy. Physical health is also important, and mental health is also really very important. So I want to emphasize that if you want to be a good leader, so you have to take care of your health and mental health, especially because decision making is really important in today's world. And if you are healthy mentally and physically, then only you can make the right decisions at the right time. So I feel these kind of I have such experiences, and I feel this will really help if you like to be a good leader. And every woman is a leader at, a boss at their homes, and they are so beautifully taking care of their homes and family. So you are already a leader. Only thing, you have to realize that. So realization of that and acceptance of that, and be yourself, is really important. Then you can do wonders in your life. And this you know smash the glass ceiling. That is, I feel everybody has heard about that on Google and everywhere. So it's really important, and I follow that. So I want to emphasize on that as well. So smash the glass ceiling. So and just show the world what you are. I feel that is from my side as to be a good leader, and I feel that you should appreciate others, and that kind of gratitude, as all speakers just emphasized on that. So it's really important. You should have be grateful and have gratitude whatever you are. So be grateful and have gratitude. So you have to develop such positive things, and I feel that you can do wonders. No can stop you. Nobody can stop you. So thank you so much for listening me, and I just want to be brief here. And any as Dr. Hashma and Dr. Amtul ma'am said, any time, any kind of a help I can do, and any questions are most welcome to me. And because I cannot, everything cannot be talked about in such a small time, but I would be grateful and it will be my pleasure to help in whatever best way I can do to this group. And I'm really, it's a great honor for me and to be in this group. And thank you so much for hearing me. And Iram and Amtulapa, thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nagma. You kept on calling me Amtolapas. I feel like calling you by your first name, but I still want to respect you, so call you Dr. Basi. Very a beautiful talk, and all the pointers you gave that people were enjoying that, and it just really makes us very proud to hear that, like, you only started in 2014, and by what accomplishments you have by 2021, and now we started the 2022. All, just really the words they were standing out while you were talking, and just the ability to face the real life challenges, to convince people, to for convince people that how good you are without saying that, you should have your safety net, but take the calculated risk. So again, it's just like, if I start talking about that, I can write another speech, but with the in the respect of the other people's time. And one announcement is that Dr. Faizan Mustafa is not able to join us due to the um, medical emergency, with his mother. So definitely he's missed on this forum, but inshallah, some other time that we will be able to listen to him. Um, just take a very quick break, and then we'll just sum up the program and play the Tarana, and this program will be ended. So,
तू
Iram?
मेरे दिन में रातों में खामोशी में बातों में बादल के हाथों में भेजूं तुझको ये पैगाम तेरी याद हम सफर सुबह शाम तेरी याद
What a great way to end our program, is that showing you the commercial of Hyderabadi jewelry. And I do want to thank Sadia Khurshid for providing, showing us that, what a beautiful collection you have. And as Dr. Prerna said, and Dr. Nagma Basi said, be happy. And, what makes women more happy than buying a jewelry? I love my jewelry. So of course that's the wonderful segue for our program. Um, Again, that on behalf of Beauties of AMU and Iram and I, we are extremely, extremely thankful to all our speakers. And when we start listening to Hashma Abba, and that we said like, wow, that this, especially for the young girls, that I would say they must say, oh, I want to become a scientist. And is her story was so convincing, and and she presented it in such an eloquent way. And when we listen to Naima, I said, gosh, like, I wish I could be at her role, that be the principal of women's college. But of course, I'm not there. I'm very far away from there, but somehow leading the organization. Listening to Dr. Prerna, I just thought that, that I should have pursued the psychology, the field of psychology, because that was one of my subject. And again, that you took that subject when it was not so, not so well understood, and you start calling the names of all the teachers, the Hamwapa, Sultan Sahab, and I start, it just took me back to the down to the memory lane, is that the Sajda Appa was our teacher, Hamwapa, Rukaya Appa, all these, these names, when you call these names, it just warms our heart. And our last speaker, and I know that she is probably expecting my phone call, that that how beautifully she explained that how she came out of her comfort zone. Job is always a very safe thing. Yeah, you always feel like you have both feet on your ground. You get um the fixed income, and you can plan your budget and go on with your life. But when you take such a challenge, then you have to think twice. But we all know that life is a journey, it's not a race, and everybody has a right to plan their own journey. Don't be discouraged by others. If you are determined what you want to do, how you want to do, you will be able to accomplish that. So I will end today's session with Majaz's this couplet, because you will be hearing the Tarana. As he said, हर आ है खुद तासीर यहाँ, हर ख्वाब है खुद ताबीर यहाँ, तदबीर के पाए संगी पर झुक जाती है तकदीर यहाँ. We have made, great mark on the other people. And I know the people who had listened, this is recorded. People will be listening to you over and over again. Again, from the bottom of my heart, from Aram and myself and the entire
Thank you
beauty
so much,
community.
all of you, to join us and stay
Thank you.
connected.
Thank you.
Thank you so
We will
much. Here,
definitely keep troubling you in the future. Thank you
okay.
so much. I will play Tarana and we end here.